Hi everyone, today I am here to bring you a full body Mat Pilates workout using a Physio Ball. As far as equipment goes for this workout, what you need is a mat and a large ball. Optional equipment that you might choose to use is a small squishy mat for underneath your knee for kneeling work, as well as ankle weights if you want to amp up the resistance for your lower body. I will not be using those today, but that is always an option. As always, please feel free to modify as necessary and make this workout your own. When you're ready, gather your equipment because this workout starts now. Alright guys, so I am all set up. I've placed my ball at the back edge of my mat and I'm sitting down on top of it with my sit bones pointing straight down into the ball. I've brought my heels about sit bone distance apart and my heels are directly under my knees as best I can. From here we're going to start with our hands behind the head. So float those hands up. Slide the elbows forward and up, and then allow the shoulder blades to slide down the back. I want you to feel like you're pressing your head back into your hands just a little bit to lengthen the back of the neck. Now draw your abdominals up and in and think about how tall you can get through the spine. Take a breath, inhale here, and then exhale from your upper back. I want you to round your torso forward, exhaling the breath here. Inhale to lengthen and then extend the spine. Gaze goes up to the top corner of the room. And then exhale, round the spine, keeping the sit bones pointing straight down into the ball, but rounding the upper back forward. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, big breath to lengthen and then extend the spine upward. Exhale, rounding forward, deepening the connection to the abdominals. One more time. Inhale, lengthening the spine, extending the spine upward. And exhale, rounding the upper back forward, drawing the abdominals in. Now inhale, coming back up to a nice tall posture, and exhale, rotating over one shoulder at the rib cage. Nice. Inhale back to center, grow taller as you come back to the middle, and then exhale, rotate the other way. Nice. While you are completing this rotation, I want you to think about your sit bones still pointing straight down to the ground. So if you notice that the ball is sliding to one side and one hip is lifting, see if you can isolate that rotation just in the ribs and not allow the hips and the pelvis to change as you rotate. Good. Let's do one more to each side. Inhale here and exhale, wind that spine up. And one more time, inhale and exhale, rotate. Nice. Take a breath, inhale at the center, and then exhale, just float your arms forward. Posture is nice and tall. Take a breath, inhale here, and then exhale, we are going to peel your spine down to the ball, taking a little walk forward till the low back is attached to the ball. I've widened my feet a little bit so that I feel nice and stable, and then I'm going to circle my hands back behind my head again, lengthening the neck. Inhale the chest up and over the ball. Feel that beautiful release through the spine. And then exhale, curl the head, neck, and chest forward. Take your gaze forward past your knees. Again, inhale up and over. You still have abdominal control here, even though you're in extension. And then exhale, curl forward. A few more times here. Now, if that full extension does not feel appropriate for your spine, you don't have to go there. You can stay in a more upright position throughout this exercise. Elbows are wide, collarbones are wide as well. Let's do 3 more here. And 2. And 1. Now I want you to stay lifted. Take your gaze forward and just pulse your head, neck, and chest up and forward, up and forward. Drawing your front ribs down to your hips here for 8, 7, 6, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your arms forward of your shoulders. Walk yourself back up to seated. Give that spine just a moment of reprieve. We are going to come back down into that same position and do a little bit of rotation. So inhale, float the arms forward. Exhale, walk your feet forward. Find the low back on that ball, hands behind the head. Open your chest up towards the ceiling here. Inhale. Exhale, rotate to one side as you come forward and up. Inhale back. Exhale, now we rotate the other way. Good. Inhale back. Exhale, rotate. Inhale back. Exhale, rotate. Similar to your seated rotation, try to keep the ball very still. Nice. Let's do 4 more. And 3 more. And last time. Now I want you to rotate to face me with your torso and just pulse the head, neck, and chest forward and rotate for 8, 7, 6. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come through center, rotate the other way, and pulse 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands forward. Walk yourself back up to seated. Good. So top of those abdominals should be quite warm. We are going to roll back out one more time, slightly different position this time. Inhale the arms forward. Exhale, roll forward, this time more towards your upper back so that your glutes can kind of be free floating in the air. Support your head with your hands. Shoulder blades are on that ball. Lower your pelvis down towards the floor, articulating the spine down. And then tuck the tailbone under and lift those hips up. And again, tailbone towards the ball, towards the floor. Feel your spine articulate against the ball. And then tuck your tailbone under and round the spine to come all the way back up. Think of this as your bridge, rolling it down and rolling it up. Nice. Now to challenge your stability a little more, maybe you take your feet a little more narrow. That's just an option. Last time here, down and up. Now I'm going to stay lifted through my hips. I'm letting my head rest back into my hands on the ball and just pulse your hips up to the ceiling here. Press and press. Check in with your feet. Make sure your big toes and pinky toe side of the feet are anchored equally into the mat. Little squeeze of the tush for 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold the hips up. Lift one heel and lower, then the other heel and lower. Lift, lower without the pelvis getting crooked, without a hip dropping, keeping both hips equally lifted. Nice. Now 4 more and 3 more and 2. Last 1. Now we try to lift both heels up and pulse the hips up to the ceiling. Just warming up the glutes. Nice. 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, hips stay high. Now I want you to extend your knees a little bit, rolling the ball backward, and then pull the hips back forward so you get that little hamstring glide. Hips stay high. You don't have to go far for 4, 3, good. Sorry for the noise the ball is making. Last 1. Now we just place our heels down and repeat that back and forth movement. Pressing the hips up towards the ceiling. Nice job. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels go high again. Pulse the hips up. Last round. 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those hips down and come to have a seat in front of the ball. Beautiful. Take that ball around. Scooch back so you're more at the center of your mat. Take your ball in front of your shoulders. We're gonna do a roll down here with bent knees. So feet as wide as you'd like, arms in front of you. I have my palms facing in to hold that ball. Sit up tall on the sit bones here. When you're ready, peel the spine all the way back onto the mat. Inhale the ball overhead. Exhale, soften the ribs down to the hips. Reach that ball forward and peel the spine back up. This time we lift the ball up overhead at the top, and then we exhale, bring the arms forward and roll the spine down. Inhale the ball overhead, and exhale, peel the spine forward. My ball is slightly weighted just because of the heaviness of the rubber that it's made out of, so that reach forward of the ball on the roll up actually does help me. It assists my roll up because I've got that resistance pressing forward, that counterbalancing of the body. So you might find that using a ball or maybe a weight in front of you assists you in your roll up. Nice, let's do one more. And then we're gonna roll all the way down and stay there. Beautiful. So here, hands above the shoulders, please bring your knees into a tabletop position. Place the ball to the fronts of your knees. Place your hands onto the other side of the ball with elbows bent, and I'm going to go elbows wide out to the sides for today. From here, you're going to keep one of your knees attached to the ball. Press your low back closer to the mat so you're not overarching, and then extend one leg forward. Bend, replace that knee on the ball and switch. Bend and switch. Going as slow or quickly as you'd like here. You don't have to go speedy through this. I just want you to think about keeping the spine nice and steady as the legs move. Nice job. Last 3. Last 2. One more. Hold whatever leg is out. Slide it out to the right or out to the side and back into center. Out to the side and into center. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come center, replace that knee, reset. Switch to the other side. Laterally shift that leg out and in. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back center. Woo! Give that spine, give those abdominals a break. It's harder than you think, right? And then long arms. Long legs. Very nice job. Take a moment here. Set the shoulders on the mat. Set the sacrum on the mat. And then a long leg is going forward. And up. And switch. And up. And switch. And up. And switch. So how far you bring your leg down is very much up to you. Nice. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one, bring one leg all the way down to the mat if you can. Flex the foot and dig that heel down. Grab the ball with your hands. Now we're going to circle our top leg across the body, around and up. Across the body, around and up. Try to keep your ball still right above the shoulders. 3 more this way. 2 more this way. 1 more. Reverse direction of that circle. Big sweeping movement. 3, 2, and 1. Switch out your legs. Flex the foot that's on the floor. Really push the heel down and then cross the body and sweep it up and around. Inhale, exhale, sweep. Inhale, exhale, sweep. 4 more this way. Nice long leg if possible. Reverse it after those. 6. Last 4. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice job. Bend those knees. Take the ball to the fronts of the knees again. Find that position of the spine where your back is not too far away from the mat. Elbows are wide. Bring one leg up to the ceiling. We're going to do that leg circle again. You choose the size of the circle. We sweep it down, out, around, and up. Down, out, around, and up. Let's do 3 more this way. So 5 each way total. I'll try to be a good counter. Last one. And reverse it. Nice. Last 3. Pilates instructors are rarely good counters, right? We get so distracted by watching the movement of the people in front of us and switch sides that we sometimes lose track. So don't hate us for it. You can call us out. You can say 8, 7, Good. Last 2 this way. And 1. And reverse it for 5. 4. Should be challenging. If it's not, figure out what you're doing to make it less challenging, right? You really need to stabilize through your center. Your whole body is working. Last one, and rest. Very nice job. All right, guys. So let's bring our feet down. Let's bring our hands around the ball. Let's place the ball up on our thighs, hands to the front edge, and let's just roll that ball upwards towards the knees. So we exhale, roll up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, roll up. Nice and simple. Inhale, lower down. Good. 4 more. Seeing how high you can get the torso off the floor. Last 2. Last one. Now stay lifted and pulse the ball even further forward. Nice. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the torso, bring the ball over to one side of your body, bring your hands on top. Now we add rotation, so we curl up slow, reaching that ball on an angle away from the body. Let's do 4 more here. 3, exhale. Last one, stay lifted and rotated and pulse forward. For 8, 7, really twist, use those obliques. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Ball goes up and over to the other side, hands on top, and rotate. Now I'm trying to keep my knees tracking forward. I'm trying not to let them move the opposite direction of the ball. Last 3, 2, last 1. We stay reaching and we pulse. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Head down, ball in hands. Let the neck rotate side to side to release that tension. Bring your knees into tabletop. Squeeze your inner thighs together here. Anchor your shoulders down onto the mat. Squeeze your inner thighs and inhale the knees over to one side, keeping that ball up above your shoulders, and then exhale back center. And inhale the knees the other way. Shoulders are equally weighted. And exhale back center. 1 more each way, keeping the ball very still. Now we're going to add the ball, rotating to the other side in opposition to the knees. Knees go one way, ball goes the other. Deepen your twist. Exhale, everything comes back center. Inhale the ball the other way. Knees go in opposition. Exhale everything back center. And keep going, please. Abdominals draw in to bring the ball back center. No overarching the back. Now stay to one side, ball to one side, knees to the other, and pulse the knees and the ball in just an inch or two for 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way through center, up and over to the other side, and pulse into the midline for 8, 7, 6, the last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice job. We've got one more exercise here on our back before we move on. I want you to take your ball onto the fronts of your shins towards your ankles, scoop your belly in and reach your head, neck, and chest forward. Now our legs are going to go forward, our arms are going to go back, but our gaze is going to stay towards the thighs. So we reach the arms back, the legs go forward, gaze stays forward. Then return to your little ball position. And again, reach and bend. Low back pressing to the mat and bend. Just 4 more here. Can you curl up higher? And 3. And 2. And 1. Nice. Now lower your legs down to the floor, knees bent or straight legs, and let's roll up to seated. Take a breath, inhale, and exhale, peel your spine up. Take a moment, ball down to the floor. Reach it forward, take a hamstring stretch. Just for a moment. Nice. All right, roll it back up. If you want a cushion on top of your mat, we're gonna do some kneeling side work. So if you have your, sensitive knees, a cushion underneath can be nice. Okay, so you're gonna come up to kneeling on the mat, right at the center, cushion underneath. Ball comes right to the hip. We are gonna lean over on that ball. Depending on the size of your ball and the length of your arms, you may be able to touch the floor, and that's great. If you can, keep your hand down for stability, or wrap your hand around the ball, top hand on the ball, and then your top leg is going to be extended. Notice that my bottom knee is beyond my hip. It's not tucked into the ball. It's a little beyond my hip. So it's almost like a bit of a side plank. And from here, the hips are stacked, and we're just going to lift and lower the top leg. Good. Now, if you decided to use ankle weights for this exercise, for this workout, now's when you're really going to feel those weights. Good. Reaching the leg up and up and up. Good. I'd like the foot parallel to the floor. Toes are not up, heel is not up, foot is just parallel. I don't really care how high the leg lifts, as long as the leg is long and you're thinking about the length of your top waist. Good. Let's do 4 more. And 3, and 2, and 1. Now hold the leg up and externally rotate it a little bit. Bring your top arm to the ceiling. Draw your knee to your elbow and then reach out long. Knee to the elbow, reach out long. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Can you reach the arm and the leg out long? Rotate your torso slightly towards the ball and pulse the arm and leg up. Bottom leg is working too. You've got 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back center. One more exercise. 5 ovular circles forward, 5 back. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, leg down, at least it's short. Reach the ball away from you, reach your hips away from the ball. Take a little stretch here. Nice. Okay, we're gonna repeat that on the other side. So come on up, scooch the ball around, bring the ball close to your hip, and then lean the hip into the ball and the body over the ball. Take a moment to stabilize yourself. Sometimes it's harder on one side than the other to find that perfect position for the bottom knee, etc. So take your time. All right, when you're all set up, lift and lower the top leg. Nice. Hips are stacked, so those top obliques are working to help you lift the foot. Leg is parallel to the floor. Nice. 5 more. Keep smiling even through that effort. 3, 2, and 1. Now we hold the leg up, the arm reaches, bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arm and leg reach, little lifts. Your torso is rotated slightly down towards the floor. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn side, 5 circles, 5 ovals each way. 5, 4, 3, 2, it's short, hang on to it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, okay. Hips away from the ball, ball away from the hips. Take that side bend. Nice job, guys. Good. All right, so from here, we're going to do a few push-ups on the ball. So bring the ball to the back edge of the mat. Sit in front of the ball. Actually, we'll do it this way. Stand behind the ball. Lean your body over the ball. Take your hands down to the floor so that you can have your thighs on the ball if you'd like. So thighs on the ball is the most supportive, and then if you want to work harder, you walk the ball down to your shins, to your knees, to your ankles, wherever you want to be, okay? Once you've found your steady position, hands are about the width of the mat, glue your legs together, and then we tip the torso down and the legs go up, and then we straighten the arms. Tip, straighten. Elbows are out at 5 and 7 o'clock. Nice. Let's do 5 more here. 4, 3, 2, last one. Straighten the arms, walk your hands a little more narrow. We're going to repeat that again, but this time elbows coming back towards the ribs. So more of a Pilates style push-up. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists. Bend your elbows, let the feet lift, and then straighten the arms. Bend and straighten. Like a teeter-totter. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your feet back towards the floor. Come up to standing. I know it's not the most graceful thing. And walk that ball further forward on the mat. From here, we're going to come down to our forearms on that ball. So forearms down, knees down to start. Knees slightly behind the hips, collarbones are wide and shoulders are down. Now we're just going to roll that ball forward a little bit, elbows forward, and then pull the ball back in. Roll the ball forward, elbows forward, and pull the ball back in. Moving the ball as much or as little as feels comfortable. Staying here on the knees, Or lifting the feet, lifting the knees up, feet nice and wide. Same thing, roll the ball out, pull it back in, roll it out, pull it back in for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Knees down for a moment, reset. One more exercise in a similar position. So knees down and wide or toes down and wide. We're gonna draw little circles around with our elbows on that ball. Coming on up into your position and rolling the ball around. Nice. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse. Nice for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. Walk that ball back behind your body. And we're gonna take our feet onto the ball. So finding plank again. This time we're not gonna be doing push-ups. The arms are gonna stay long. Now, can you do this without the ball? Yes. Feet flat on the floor in a plank is a great option. I'm gonna take my heels or my toes onto the ball, finding a plank position. So taking your time to find a good position for your feet. Maybe you just stay here with the ball steady on the mat. If you would like to, you're gonna take one foot down to the floor, back up to the ball, and switch. Taking your time in your transitions. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Nice for 4 and 3. Last 2. Ooh, and 1. Nice. Hold that plank for just a moment for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. Very nice job. Oh, come all the way up to standing. Take your feet wide, fingertips to the ball. Roll the ball away from you. Let the head go down through the hands. Take a little stretch for the shoulders and for the low back. Round the spine halfway in and roll the ball away again. And again, in and out. And in and out. In and pause. One hand on top of this other at the center of the ball. Reach the ball to one side. Come center. Reach the ball to the other. Come center. Reach. And come center. And reach. Come center. Roll the ball out in front of you one more time. Good. Stretching out the back of the legs, releasing the head. Soften the knees and roll the spine up. Nice. Have a seat right on top of the ball. Feet as wide as feels comfortable. Take a twist over one shoulder. Inhale here and then exhale, take a twist over the other shoulder. And come center. Inhale the breath. And exhale it out. And one more time, inhale the breath and exhale it out. And you guys are all done. I hope you enjoyed that mat workout with the ball. Please leave me a question or a comment down below. Let me know what you'd like to see next. As always, please subscribe and share. Please don't forget that this channel is safe for all races, all religions, all genders, and I will see you again soon. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye, guys.
Taking time, baby.